Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 4. Welcome to the heart chakra. Literally from my heart to yours, I created this space with so much heart chakra love and intention. And I am especially really excited to just tap into this energy with all of you this evening and just move through opening our hearts, clearing our hearts, making more room in our hearts. We can always use more of that. I just wanted to start by sharing actually that I just connected with someone who's participating in the challenge, and they were sharing how hectic and crazy this week has been with work and being unable to really be fully present live, but how much they are enjoying the journal work and catching the replays. And so I am just so grateful to all of you who are showing up in your own time and space to create the time and space for yourself to move through all of the practices that we've been showing up for this week as a community. And no matter where you are, no matter what your life has unfolded to be this week, know that we see you and we honor you and we are with you. Even if we can't connect live, I know that this energy is truly supporting so many of you. So, thank you to all of you who are sharing your experience throughout the week. I really love to see all of these check ins and just hear how this is going for you. So, if you've been shy and you've been calling to maybe reach out, please email me, DM me. I really love hearing from all of you. If you have any questions, anything that's come up, so many things come up during chakra challenge cleanses and moving through our energy centers. So please let me know if there is anything that you could need some extra support with. We're here for you. And I love when you all share because it's such a collective mirror to what everyone else is experiencing. So I'm also seeing and hearing in the community that a lot of you are experiencing a lot of restlessness and just a lot of like frantic energy. There's been just so many moving parts this week and just in life in general. So many of you are moving through seasons of life where there's so much uncertainty. So if I had to label a collective theme right now that I'm seeing energetically in this community this week and beyond is this anxiety and this uncertainty that we are all really experiencing. So if that's you and that's resonating and that's present right now, you're so not alone. And I'm feeling it too. A lot of uncertainty in my life. And these practices really are meant to just be these pocket moments to bring you back into your center, into your body, to even be present with that uncertainty. Uncertainty is so uncomfortable. Uncertainty is really scary. And that energy in the body can bring up a lot. So, a lot of times we will keep busy, do other things, and avoid actually dropping in to feeling fully all the way through and holding this sensation of uncertainty or anxiety or fear, whatever really is, like at an all time high and really present. So, just inviting you to welcome that into your practice and welcome that into your experience. You don't need to be in the state of mind. And it doesn't need to look perfect in order to show up for practice, right? So it really is this discipline and this muscle that we choose to practice no matter what in the moments that we can, however we can, doing the best that we can. So I also wanted to share that I pulled a card for all of us tonight, and the card says, "Slow progress is still progress. I am doing the best that I can." So I thought that that was really helpful to ground us into some really juicy heart chakra energy tonight. So we're just gonna flow right in and open our hearts together and just transition to be fully present here. How's that sound? Alrighty, so go ahead and cross your legs, stack your spine tall, rub your hands together, and as you close down your eyes, just place both of your hands onto your heart. Take a full breath into your heart. Hold that breath at the top. And then open mouth, exhale, let that air just empty and escape the body. Let go in the heart. Find your empty. Take a full breath into the heart space. Breathe, breathe, breathe on your inhale. Hold that breath just for a moment. Whatever is present, collect in the heart. And then open mouth, exhale, let that breath go, let it release. Sigh it out. One more, just like that. Breathe fully in. Open mouth, cleansing breath out. And then go ahead, I want you just to tap your fingers on your heart. You can blink open the eyes. You can keep them closed. But just gentle tapping to awaken the energy of the heart. I like to do this in the morning. Just when I wake up, just tap on my heart. Turn on my heart. Hello, heart. And in this moment, continue to breathe. Maybe you slow down the tapping, bring your hands to stillness, placed on top of your heart just again. And here for a moment, I invite you to just check in with your body. Notice what's present with you in your body. Take a scan from your toes to the crown of your head. Without judgment, without attachment, just welcoming and allowing what's present in your body. Breathe it in, sigh it out. And shift your awareness to the mind and just become for a moment what's present in the mind. Thoughts. Take a breath into the mind. And a cleansing breath out. And then go ahead and bring your awareness to your heart space, to where your hands are. Tapping into emotion, feeling, check in, notice what's present with you emotionally in this moment. Just welcoming it, allowing it without judgment, without attachment, with compassion and curiosity. Just allow that to be present and fully here on the inhale. Welcome and allow what is present in your heart. Open mouth, exhale, cleanse, clear, and beautiful. And then just shift into calling forward your intention, the intention that you've set at the beginning of this week for your cleanse. Bring that intention back into the body. Call all of the energy back home into your heart. Having that intention is more than enough. So calling forward all of your heart energy, bringing it back into the body, back into the heart, to fill you, to nourish you, to restore you, to renew you, to heal you, letting go and creating space in the heart for what no longer needs to be there, what no longer serves you, what is of no more value to the heart. Letting it go, clearing, cleansing away. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then just imagine either a green or a rose pink light at your heart space, glowing at your heart space. Just take a moment, allowing that energy to replenish you. Open your heart, warm your heart, heal your heart, rest in your heart. So just keep that light close with you in tonight's session. Color of this chakra is green, also rose pink. So whichever color resonates with you, just keep that visual, that energy resting in your heart. Take another breath in and an open mouth release. And just rub your heart. You can open your eyes, just create some circles with the hand. Breathe fully in, exhale, just shake out the hands. Open the arms, stretch out the arms, roll out the wrists, open and close the palms. So we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. The heart chakra is not just located in the chest of the body. The heart chakra is all through the arms, all through the fingers, through the hands. The heart chakra is your entire upper body. So it really has so many different layers. And this is where our attachment really lives, where we hold onto things, where we grip. So we're going to be playing with this energy and experimenting with this energy tonight. And I want you to pay attention, maybe even right now, to your hands. Maybe just open and close the palms a few times, just like this. And just notice, do the hands feel relaxed and open, or do your hands feel like clenched and tight? So when I really become attuned with my hands, I notice I actually wake up in the morning most times with my hands clenched. So it just helps me really know where my heart energy is at, that something is causing constriction and I'm attached to something. I'm holding on to something really tight. So again, I really try to practice not judging that. It's just really valuable information that, oh, there is something that I'm gripping onto, and then maybe how can I set intention to loosen that grip, to let go of something today. So that's the energy that we're working with today. And all of us really communicate from hearts. So, like, it is really the heart chakra that connects us all universally, which is a really, really beautiful thing. That's why, like, when we are in a state of pure vulnerability and we are so open emotionally and exposed, like, that's the heart chakra that you're sensing and you're feeling, is that openness, that vulnerability in the heart center. So this is our fourth chakra. It's the chakra that now bridges us between our lower chakras and our upper chakras. And it's really the bridge. The lower chakras are all about the material world. The upper chakras are all about the spiritual world. So it really connects us from our material, the material plane, the physical plane, to the spiritual plane, or in other words, more of the human aspect of our being to the spiritual aspect of our being. So we would not be having a human experience, a human and a spiritual experience, without the heart chakra. So this one is precious and sacred, and we need to learn to take care of our hearts, self-care with our hearts, because of that preciousness and the energy that really is all about this center. So, as you would expect, this chakra rules or governs your ability to give and receive love, not just from yourself, but from others and from the universe. And if you have energy that is bound in the heart, you tend to have difficulty opening up, being vulnerable, allowing energy to flow, allowing love in, and you also might have trouble giving love out or sending energy out. So the restriction could be that you might feel that you need to give in order to receive, or vice versa, that in order to receive, you might need to give. Did I say that backwards? Either or. But so the balanced and open heart chakra is I give and receive love freely. There is no give and take. It is all in free flow. And whatever it is that we give, we replenish and we receive. So it is really just this open, fluid flow of love, universal loving energy. And when the heart is open, you'll be able to access this deep compassion, this deep empathy, this deep sense of abundance and infinite unconditional love. And also really recognize that that is like who you are, as you. And so the themes, like I said, are like love, joy, inner peace, forgiveness, compassion. We're going to work with all of that. The mantra for this energy center is I love. No surprise. And the color, like I mentioned in our meditation, is green or rose pink. So the element that we work with when we work with the heart is air. So even just taking a moment to sit up tall again, maybe close the eyes, breathe into the heart, let the heart cavity open and expand, and just take a moment to feel the spaciousness and the air that fills your heart, and that's also around your chest, around your body, outside of your body. So just tap into the element of air. Notice what that feels like. Take a breath in, or soft breath out. Keep the spine upright. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the heart reaching up towards the sky. Do that again. Take another full breath in. Let the air fill your lungs. Open mouth, exhale. Feel into the spaciousness around you. Cleansing breath. Okay, blink open your eyes. Can you feel the lightness? So that's the energy too. When we're in our hearts, we feel this lightness. So that's the element that we're playing with and experimenting with. Cool. So the crystal that you could use to really connect to this energy even deeper is rose quartz. Obvious. I feel like that's the most common one. I have rose quartz right here. Rose quartz is usually pink. There's all different variations. Any other pink crystals as well. I actually have a lot of heart chakra crystals. I think I work with the heart chakra probably the most. So I have a lot of crystals here that are all different variations. Rhodonite is another good one. And also, in addition to crystals, working with flowers, floral scents, rose, that is like the aroma that connects to the heart chakra energy. So anytime you're buying flowers, when you breathe those in, that's really the energy. It's mirroring the energy of the heart chakra to you. Working with florals, if like that's not something you're super sensitive to, is really beautiful. I love to buy roses once a week, and that just feels like me doing something for my heart chakra. Eating green foods and anything like that. I got my matcha that I'm drinking every single day. To me, that's like the most heart opening ritual that I love practicing in the morning is after my lemon water, making a matcha like so intentionally and present with making my matcha and then journaling with my matcha and really sipping it and setting intention for the day and allowing that to be my heart opener. So it's really what works for you to be your heart opener. It might be something like, way different than that. It could be being outside in nature, it could be your heart opener, doing a meditation, visualizing a color, tapping physically on your heart. Maybe it's gratitude journaling. Maybe it is calling, someone that you love or connecting with someone that you love. Maybe it's a prayer. So there are so many infinite ways that we can connect to and open our hearts. And when we have more awareness and consciousness and bring that consciousness to what it is that specifically opens our hearts, we will tend to do more of it. We will so then you'll start to see how much you are drawn to things that open your heart. So like my matcha, I also try to practice not being so reliant on it. So there will be days where I don't have matcha and I will choose other things to open my heart. And it's wild to me because of how much I really do feel such a shift when I practice that. So also you don't need to judge the things that really work for you. Another way to really tap into the heart is heart opener poses. So we'll practice a restorative posture tonight. Anything with the chest and opening the chest is going to support the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is also not just the front of the body, but the back of the body, the back of the heart. So the back side of our heart is our receiving side, and the front side of our heart is our giving side. So oftentimes people with symptoms of the heart chakra that might feel blocked or imbalanced, you might have to look at your posture. I'm someone who definitely caves forward and my shoulders, so that is like the body signaling protection of the heart, whereas someone who has a very open heart, their posture is very upright and open. So practicing yoga, practicing Pilates, practicing any type of postural movement exercises really helps you automatically open the heart because it lifts the spine and it aligns the chakras physically so that energy can flow up and through the heart space. So we will be practicing a supported heart opener pose. And then for stages of development, this is going to be all throughout your 20s, pretty much. It's really when we are opening our hearts, becoming vulnerable, really connecting to our heart center, and where most of us are really starting to navigate relationships on our own outside of childhood, where we enter adulthood. And it's something that we start to live more in alignment with our heart, or we feel called to live in alignment with our heart, but then we also learn how vulnerable that is. And we might have experiences that keep us closed, or ways in which that we've learned to protect ourselves continue to show up in the stages of our mid to late 20s. And so that's going to show up here. And if you are on the path of healing, you're probably going to be doing a lot of heart chakra healing in these years. And If you're not, that's okay, but you probably are noticing that like you really are really closed off. And again, there's no judgment that you need to have towards yourself or towards another. If you're sensing their energy is a little constricted or closed off, it really is something to be aware of, because the heart energy is so vulnerable and precious that if we are all, imagine if like a world where we all just like lived in our hearts and really woke up every day and really served and practiced being in our hearts. So know that you have such an impact and a ripple effect on someone around you when you are open and in your heart, even if they're not. So trust that your open heart creates the biggest healing impact, almost out of all of the chakras. I think all of them are superpower healers, but like this is the ultimate healer in here. So that's my spiel on the heart chakra. I really, in my own experience and in my journey, I have really tapped into the heart chakra a lot when it comes to working with self-compassion. I know that's a big theme for a lot of us, is bringing a lot more self-compassion, self-love towards ourselves and parts of ourselves. So that's where what the energy is we're awakening to here. For those of you who do forgiveness work, I honor you. That is powerful work that happens also in the heart chakra. Experiencing and accessing like our joy and our fullest joy and expressing that joy, giving that joy, radiating that joy. Acceptance also lies in the heart. Gratitude, empathy, generosity. So these are all the energies of the heart. And when you hear all of those words, just even take a moment and really think about, um, you know, in your own experience, where do you feel you're at in your heart right now? So again, we've been checking in every day from a scale of 1 to 10. So just take a moment and really assess for yourself, where does your heart feel today, right now, in this moment? If 1 was imbalanced and 10 was fully balanced and open, where does the heart feel? And again, with no judgment, just holding that number to the side, we're going to move and shift into some journal work, and then we'll check back in. Take a deep breath. Again, I just honor all of you for being here. It's very brave and courageous to be connected to your heart. So please take tonight's practice just very gently and lovingly with yourself, and just being of acceptance to even what is there if you cannot fully love it. It's okay. We don't need to force love towards ourselves. Alrighty, we are going to shift. So to move into journaling, and I invite you to tap the link, open the journal, scroll down to page 4 today, where it says Heart Chakra Journaling Prompts. So you'll see compassion, love, forgiveness, joy, acceptance, gratitude, empathy, generosity. Today's actual self practice was gratitude, texting people appreciation. Right? Even just like thinking about gratitude, how do you know, does that shift your energy? Okay, so I'm going to give you about 5 minutes here to move through some journaling, to just check in even deeper with this energy center. I will guide you out when it is time. So just let yourself flow and begin.
And do you remember when you looked in the water and saw your reflection, the embers? They drew out a map and they showed you direction. Your sender is far in the east, where your heart is at peace when you enter. My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder, find your center. My love is just a reminder. My love is just a reminder, find your center. Yeah. Well, help me recall that first morning, sunlight at dawn, and cracks on the floor, well, it served as a warning. Everything's changing, I'll rearrange it. So familiar, so amazing. Hopped in the car, drove through the mountains, cows in the street, prayer beads you were counting. There was the river, eternal giver, flowing forever. Remember, find your center.
If you can allow the heart to answer these questions. Again, a reminder that the mind will try to answer these questions more than okay. And I encourage you to practice writing from your heart, especially our hands being the extension of our heart. When we journal, that's what we're accessing. We're accessing our heart. The energy is flowing down the arm, out through the hand, into the fingers, onto the page. When we truly are expressing our heart, right? If we're doing journaling work, often we're writing gratitude, forgiveness work, whatever kind of journaling work that we're doing, it's very heart-centered. That's why it's vulnerable to journal, right? To tell the truth. Talk a little bit about that again tomorrow. Then notice the difference writing from your heart space, your body, versus the mind. If you need to get out of the mind, take a full breath into the mind. Let that air just hold for a moment in the mind. And then exhale, let the air drop back into the body, back into the heart. So just keep using the breath to bring the energy to the heart, to your chakra. Give you about 2 more minutes. There had to be a midpoint of this cleanse. It's today. The heart really is at focal point, where we take all of the energy from the root, sacral, solar plexus. We allow it to continue to flow and expand up into the throat, third eye, crown. The heart really is a portal. I've heard someone say that. It's truly that gateway, that portal towards a deeper connection and intimacy with ourselves, with others, with life itself. We understand the loving presence, the unconditional, infinite love, that energy, the energy of the heart. We can truly see and live in that balance that we seek of this spiritual aspect, this material aspect of the human experience. Just wrapping that up, knowing you can come back to these space, these are here for you. And then just tuning back in. Like, yeah, how does the heart feel for you? Is it feeling more balanced than you thought? Maybe a little bit more imbalanced than you thought? It's so interesting. I know a lot about human design, and a lot of you who follow me are also nerds about human design, and I have defined energy in my heart, so I feel I'm able to access this energy almost more quickly than my open centers. So a lot of my lower chakras are open in my human design body graph. We won't go into all of that detail now and here, but and I do have a surprise with human design for our one of our giveaway winners this week. But yeah, I noticed that comparing and using human design really helps me understand my chakras because this center for me, I feel consistent energy and deep connection. And it is because it's defined energy for me, which, again, um, studying for a different time. We'll get to the human design course at some point in our journey. I'm creating something for you all. Okay, so we can kind of just bring the journaling to completion. If any of you have any questions, let me know. And we will shift now into, well, I guess first, some ways of, we'll talk a little bit more. I know we mentioned some self-care practices, but we can come back to that as well before we drop into restorative. So like I mentioned, a very physical practice that you could do with the heart is these chest openers. So allowing, the chest to practice posturally, resting open. And maybe that even might be taking a block if you have a yoga block or just a few pillows, resting them behind you and then letting yourself just lay against it. So you can even find rest with your heart open. That could be something that you could do. If you go to the gym and you're on any of the machines or using weights, practicing things with the arms and strengthening the arms, anything in the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, hands, push ups. So, like all of these things strengthen the heart by strengthening the front body and the back body, doing anything with the shoulders as well. And then let's see, mentally, I'm going to move. So physically, mentally, emotionally, we'll move spiritually. Mentally, things that you could practice for your heart chakra and like for more just like love is being aware of your thoughts, being loving with your thoughts, and being forgiving with your thoughts. So witnessing your thoughts from this seat of an observer. And instead of this attachment or this judgment, practicing compassion and curiosity with what appears to be in the mind. And when we allow that to be practiced, we actually create more space in the mind and we do less solving with our thoughts. So a lot of times we hear or we think and we become aware of a negative thought and we do everything in our power to not have a negative thought or not think that thought anymore. And I think we find ourselves in a little bit of a pickle sometimes when we focus so much on limiting beliefs because there is so much power in shifting limiting belief and bringing loving awareness and compassion and curiosity to what those limiting beliefs are about, what's underneath those thoughts, can actually be way more supportive than bringing energy of maybe more forceful energy of you not wanting it to be there. So again, just try sending compassion and curiosity up into the mind, into the thoughts. You might want to brain dump everything out in your mind and then practice self-talk to those specific thoughts that appear in the mind, like thinking about the relationship of a grandmother or a grandfather towards a child. Like, what is that relationship like? Like, kind of grandfather, grandmother yourself in those moments and see how you begin to speak towards yourself. That's really good practice. Not all of us have a very positive parent figure immediately. So sometimes I like to say, like, even if just like in general, we know the archetype of like a grandfather, grandmother energy, it's very gentle with a child, right? So that can be the heart chakra mental practice is more compassion and curiosity and acceptance in the mind. And then emotionally, it's almost the same, but allowing that to be present in your emotional experience. So when you have certain feelings, bringing loving awareness and compassion and acceptance towards that feeling, allowing it with the breath in, forgiving it on the breath out, allowing it on the breath in, thanking it on the breath out. So whatever it needs, which is ultimately just to keep flowing and moving through you, any energy, any emotion. So practicing maybe being grateful that the feeling's there, practicing being forgiving that the feeling's there, practicing being honoring, compassionate, kind, and gentle. These are all energies of the heart. So bringing that more towards the emotional piece as well. And then spiritually, it also is a lot of it's a lot of gratitude, and it's a lot of prayer, or any type of devotional practice is really what is channeling heart energy. So that looks very different for all of us, and we'll eventually get up there in the crown and we'll bring it back down. So don't worry if that feels a little unclear to you, that's okay. But we can also access heart energy spiritually as well. And that is really the energy that connects us all, is the energy of love. So again, we'll get there, we'll come back to that when we talk about the crown. But those are just some ways to really check in with yourself too, in terms of self-care, is really checking in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, getting curious what it is that you need, and then how to meet that. So those are some good categories if you are someone who likes to piece it out like that. That has helped me a lot, because it really helps me also understand that there are so many parts to my experience, and it's not just my feelings all day. So it's like my body could be really tired, but like emotionally I could feel like really excited about something. And so it can all coexist, and there's all space for that in the heart. Okay. We're going to drop into our practice now. So what you will need is, again, like the other nights, a blanket and 2 pillows. And then so tonight we're going to practice a supported heart opener. So I want you to take your pillows and I want you to stack them, or like create like a T shape and a ramp shape with your pillows. So you're going to lay one long across and then the other in the opposite direction, perpendicular on the top. And then you're going to bring the base of your spine to the bottom of that pillow, and then roll down, relax the back, bring yourself high enough so that the highest point of your pillow is resting under behind your heart, so that you can really open the heart and rest it open. So then just lean your head back. And then a few options with the legs. You can bring them back to that butterfly. You can bring them to the floor, knock the knees in, practice a broken bridge. You can extend the legs long, roll out the ankles and the toes. So just play for a moment what feels best for your unique body. Find your unique comfort. But the key here is we're focusing on opening the chest. And then you're going to reach the arms out by your side, palms facing up. Feels good to have my legs long. Take a full breath into the heart. As you exhale, close down the eyes. Relax the shoulders. Relax all the other muscles of your body. Take another full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Starting to bring your intention back into the body, back into your awareness, pulling it into your heart space. And then just breathing into the heart, allowing the heart to open, soften, and expand as you breathe. Be inviting back in that green or pink light, glow over and around your heart. Opening your portal of your own love. Continue to gently breathe into your heart. Bathe your heart center with that light, nourishment, renewal, and healing. Just letting your heart open. Take what it needs. As you say the words, I am greatly loved. I allow myself to give and receive love freely. And I am nourished by the power of love. I am greatly loved. I allow myself to give and receive love freely. I am nourished by the power of love. Fuller, deeper, softer breaths. Know that you are surrounded and supported by love. Letting your heart just be open to receiving, feeling that it needs. Letting go, allowing, accepting, releasing, cleansing, purifying, forgiving, appreciating, resting in peace in your heart. Letting the portal of your heart, the chakra of your heart, show you what needs to be let go, what needs to be allowed in, what needs to be forgiven, what needs to be seen, and what needs to be heard. Another breath into your heart. Continue to rest in your heart. Listen to your heart. These next few moments of stillness and silence and self-care. Deeper breaths, breathing into your heart. Big exhale, cleansing sigh out the mouth. Few more breaths to the heart. Cleansing, purifying, allowing, accepting. And in all of that space, refilling the heart with love, with peace, with joy, with gratitude, with acceptance and compassion. Whatever it is that the heart needs, breathing it into the heart, allowing the heart to open and receive what it needs. Maybe you place the hands on your heart. Feel your heart beating. Taking a moment to just acknowledge all that your heart does for you. Sending love, gratitude, appreciation to your heart center. Sending patience to your heart. Any parts that are hurting and healing. And just connecting one more time to your heart in stillness, asking it what it needs, or just listening to the wisdom of your heart. And then go ahead and just start to reach the arms back behind you. Stretch the legs long and really begin to find a nice long body stretch. Reach, reach, reach the arms. Open the heart towards the sky. Reach, 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 reach. And then open the arms to the side and reach the arms to the side. Breathe and let the body stretch the arms. And then wrap the arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. Maybe you bring the knees into your chest. feet to the floor, and just hold yourself in all the loving kindness for all that you are in this moment. Squeezing your shoulders, squeezing your arms all the way down. Whatever you need, a little self massage, just embracing yourself in a self hug. And then when you're ready, you can roll onto your side. And just take a pause as you lay on your side and just reflect on that posture, on your practice. And just check in one more time, noticing anything that has shifted or changed for you in your heart. Choosing one thing to take with you of value, maybe wisdom, insight. And then choosing to let go, forgive, and release one thing. Letting it go back into the earth, thanking it on its way out. Take another breath in. As you exhale, begin to press yourself back up into a tall seat. Spine tall. Closed eyes. Bring the hands back to the heart. And just notice the body, what shifted in the body physically. Notice mentally what shifted in the mind, emotionally, spiritually. And then just check back in on a scale of 1 to 10. How does your heart feel right now? The energy of your heart. Balance, more balance. Maybe it got really vulnerable for you. Whatever's present, just honor and acknowledge, allow and accept. Take another breath in. Stealing our practice, completing it as we breathe out. And then I want you just to shake out the hands. Shake out the hands and then just rub the arms. You can even pat the arms. Tap the other arm. Tap the chest, shoulders. So this just moves energy and releases energy as well. If you ever feel that tendency to be gripping, you can even just do that. Snap. So releasing energy in the hands is really powerful. And then just allowing yourself to come back into this space and come back to your journal. And in these last few moments, I want you just to really sit with what resonates for you to practice and take with you from today's practice and today's call in this energy center. What is something you're curious about to really work with in the next 24 hours with yourself? What that relates to the heart chakra. So is it, practicing this posture again, dropping back into the visualization or the sound and the meditation. It could be connecting with somebody in gratitude or yourself in gratitude. So, one of the most powerful ways to shift heart energy super quickly is gratitude. And we can play, I really love this, the appreciation game. It's something I learned from Gabby Bernstein, who was one of my first spiritual mentors and teachers. And it is really just exchanging appreciation with somebody back and forth as long as you can go, minimum if you can for 3 minutes, and really witnessing the vibrational shift within you and that person just alone by sharing things that you appreciate and are grateful for about one another. And so when we tap back into that energy, so many things shift in our world. So it's something to build a muscle on and be habitual about. Because again, all of these practices are like muscles. So we're not going to find strength overnight to do them if we've never done them before. But that's why we can do them in small pockets of time and really allow ourselves slowly to ease in with slowness in building sustainable practices. The body really receives it well when it moves slow so it can fully digest. So all of this hour that we just did, we spent in our hearts and we spent in that heart energy. We practice embodying heart chakra energy. Like we just practiced the root on the first day, the sacral on the second day, the solar plexus on the third day. So you are already building the muscle and receiving the practice and the energetic, like, nourishment and replenishment in these centers by showing up for this challenge and being in practicing dwelling in these energies. So, how can you dwell in your heart in the next 24 hours? Like, what is something you're going to show up for and practice? It could be more journaling, it could be the gratitude, it could be the self compassion, right? So, it's like pick something that really resonated with you. The first thing that pops in is definitely the one you want to choose. Don't think twice about this. Again, stay in your heart and then just go for it. It doesn't need to take that long at all, but it's something to just, again, flex the muscle after this initial practice in the next 24 hours before we meet again tomorrow night for the throat. And if you have any questions, are there any other check ins that you want to share? You can reach out to me either email or DM on Instagram. And would be so happy to hear how tonight went and the heart went for you. The heart really opens a lot for a lot of us. So I'm really excited to connect with all of you and hear how it goes. I love you all. I'm so proud of all of you. This week has been, let me just think. Let me feel into that. This week really has been so awakening to more wholeness I did not know that needed to be seen within me. So what I mean by that is this chakra cleanse this week, moving through all these different energy centers, really has shown me parts of myself and parts of my energy that still are seeking my attention and my love and my care and my nourishment. And it's been really confronting and it's been really challenging to reawaken to those things that maybe I thought, um, I felt more healed around. And so it was a reminder to me that this is a non-linear a journey. And so I come back to that. Like, it feels to me like just more, there's space for more wholeness because like that's what that is to me. It's just all, I know it's all welcomed at this point, and I am committed to practicing being more allowing of all of my experience. So this week really has, I've watched the perfectionist show back up again and judgment show back up again. All of these things that I thought I really had shifted so deeply within myself, but more parts will still start to come up, or more, in different life experiences, they'll reemerge again and they'll teach you different things. So again, lean into everything that is showing up for you. Everything is a teacher, everything is a mirror, everything is trying to give you a lesson, send you information, send you a message, and really like piece little breadcrumbs of where to go. So a lot of times we think that's not the way to go, but allowing yourself to really be curious allows you to slip out of judgment and really, really understand what is trying to be seen and heard within you. So keep tapping into all of these energies and your own unique healing power and energy. You are doing so much work. It's so magical. It's so beautiful. I love you all, and I'm so grateful for you all. And I am sending so much heart chakra energy to you all from my heart to yours. I will see you all tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific, and we will open our throats. Get ready. So much truth communication is bound to be unlocked. Mwah. I love you all.